I just recorded a Prime Video this day with my LG C195. It's a firmware, it's not Android, but has a very good functions for which can be a basic telephone, which is not the right important now. But yes, I done that video. Now I'm doing this like a quick thing, just to say. Adonai gave the brief of the reality that Ejército Argentino, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, Inteligencia Argentina del Estado, CIDE, Gendarmería Nacional en Policía Federal Argentina, Expertises, Perros Degenerados, ARDSB Division, called now, for the Security Council of the United Nations, about to making the take of Israel, and always Evangelistas Unidos, and the government of Evangelics Argentina, Kirchners, were always involved. Making an invention of gas saying that I insulted the government, the federal government of Argentina, and while this degenerates, keeps on making the whole of the abomination and manipulation with the pardon of victims, making the whole of the staging with perras degeneradas, Kirchners, tribunales, and the few that are all around still, like a virus, like a disease, everyone is. Kirchners, especially officialism, and the whole perra asociada, sorry the words, happened the clear fact that we're about taking the government of Israel that they said had to do. So, perras evangelistas made a very synthesis about what they says. We see it all the time. You are not there. You cannot appreciate. We see it all the time in front of the screens of Sodoma, assembled pictures, assembled videos about while raping and destroying and delivering to massive rape and murder to our people. With them cooperation for that to happen all the time, like brujas reventadas degeneradas, and making the degenerations they naturally does. Evangelistas Unidos, Argentinos Unasur, with the pardon of victims. So suddenly at the real fact of this all, it were happening that they turned to coming to Israel and deliver in hand the brief with the supposed I will do all the time, with the supposed I be, and I will be cheating Israel and making light to Israel, and all through this were such a very thing which were happening, and were 88,000 and in summatory 2,000 more that were already reduced objectives for war against Israel state and Israel land. All around, in Austria, in Germany, with a very top secret, with nobody were aware except what Adonai briefed with me to Interpol and this perra. So we were not him to control and keep on making this, like always have been doing. All he does and he says what we first primarily, like always have been doing, to nothing to hear on this, and let us you and kill you, so we are going to take the world. Tellers perras degeneradas. Consider expertises of good. And they are going to be me, says. So what the reality of the soul happened what? Naturally, Ejército de Maricas Argentinos saying that I offensed them and nothing on that will ever happen and everything were shown, and they wanted to take in Israel. So we're inside with 6 maricas of Inteligencia Armada Argentina and Policía Federal Argentina, informatic felonies, networks, making hack while 6,009 and a little bit more perras evangelistas will make the supporting and strategy and logistics for no one to realize and no one to see, and they will ever attach with the he and they stolen to us. So everybody will ever have to attach to this perros degenerados saying that they will ever take the control, and perras sucias will kidnap Gomorrah, will kidnap the whole man of justice parties and government, and even Melech and even Elebron, and saying that they will become me into the sacrificing our people. And the reality were that invaded the Israel land for the making a genocide bigger than already done, maricas reventadas, Ejército Argentino y sus amigos, y toda mierda Kirchners that considered themselves offensed, perras infernales. And in the middle of this all, to take in the state and saying that they demands because of evangelics shown that I will cheat them, but they wouldn't be of cat, and if there no one to attach us about they to say evangelistas de mierda del infierno, they will ever send them to be raped and murdered by Sodom and Gomorrah. And already ending this day, 5 million ready to coming in a hurry running through the desert to take in the land. All in ashes. At the north, at the east, at the south. All in ashes. 5,000, 1,200, 20 to 1. And ain't no one raising no more. This is the second time says to doing this, and evangelistas delirantes reventados telling that I got to be the beast. And Israel will ever make disasters on the world by my command. And coming to there, making witchcraft like evangelics naturally does, saying that they will cheat the devil. And making anguish at the Israel population and people all around the world, and Interpol already saw everything and how do they move, what they do, what they has as purpose, and understanding the concept and the real clear fact, I am the person I am and not a demon, they forwarded into the making the same and still there. And still there's to saying that this video and this information were perras degeneradas, Sodom y Gomorra, considered of expertise Armed Forces Argentina, and nothing I will ever do or give. So the reality is simple and it's clear. We are with problems and this degenerates won't stop until dying. And we have to be careful about what this all is happening, and we are in problems. Are destroying my life and are destroying everybody's lives. And it's not over until everyone to be finished. And this is exactly what we have in problem. So the reality of this is International Court of Justice is exactly attaching the soul, and we're making up and staging and destroying my life and our lives for they to say they were right and I had to be what they said, but destroying me and saying impossible to recognize nothing at all, like Cristina Fernández de Kirchner, Néstor Kirchner, and its perritas degeneradas oficialistas from President Argentina since the beginning, saying keep on making to this one what you were doing, for no one in the world can say that we done. And let's take in what they says it stems. So the reality is simple. I demand this mierda enferma reventada, with the pardon of victims and innocents, everyone today and go to hell. People have been murdered here in Buenos Aires for 1,104,219 since last night for the making this. And are supposedly being in jail now and being eating follows, but they were entertained in the how powers could take them from me by making witchcraft and the generations every day and saying they do an orai. And they will be an orai. But diablas reventadas thinking that will be cut. HTTPS www.odrmcbmcd xtdm middle PRMC BMT UNASUR ODR 19-4 78 8 10 CPRMT 13 middle EDM command for 4 middle sys middle IXX4 point 20 systems recall F9 at this May 22nd Friday 2015. This is around 1400 maybe